Welcome to Transformation Lifestyle. If you're viewing this recording because you saw the trailer that I created on Instagram or Facebook, then you're in the right place. And the topic today is how to encourage you when you're going through the miry clay of being molded in marriage. And I want to encourage you today because there are a lot of people who are struggling in marriage. And this clip is just to give you a little nudge to let you know that God is aware of what's going on. That the God of the universe, Yehovah, is not deaf or blind to the things that you are going through. And that He has a word for you today. God is going to resurrect some marriages from the dead. Marriages that have been sacrificed on the altar of the American dream. As you come out of the dream, you will enter into the reality of Yah's covenant and experience the blessings of true liberty. He will rebuild your marriage on the word. The miracle will take place in the hearts of men and women caught up in the world system. A shift in the heart will turn the minds towards Yehovah. God wants your marriage healed, but the problem is you. Because no matter how much one can pray for your marriage, God will not overcome your will. He can unbreak a willing heart, but it requires a renewed mind to understand the purpose of marriage. For every member in it to play their role and follow their script. A wounded marriage is not a dead marriage. I'm going to repeat that. A wounded marriage is not a dead marriage. It can still receive the healing balm of Yah for a full recovery. But it does need to be attended to. Though a wounded marriage can be healed like any wound, the longer you let it go unattended, the more you neglect a wound, then the darker it gets, the uglier it gets, and the worse it gets. And then if you let it keep going and then let it get infected, then the only option is to separate, is to divorce. And God hates divorce. And we as believers don't want to be a part of anything that God says He hates. So, this is what I want you to do. I want you to consider the vows that you've taken before God, because your word is more valuable than silver and gold. I want you to reflect on the issues going on in your marriage. And I want you to ask yourself a serious question. Whether or not the issues in your marriage, whether or not the wounds in your marriage, whether or not those wounds are covered in the vows that you took, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health. If you're at your worst, then congratulations. That means it can only get better from here. But if there is nothing that was done that is acceptable biblically for grounds as divorce, I plead with you to consider reconciling, to put your marriage on the altar of God, and to pray for reconciliation. Who knows whether or not the spouse that you're believing in and you're praying for reconciliation may turn around and have a change of heart. So this is my encouragement to you today. Have a beautiful day and be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.